My name is Mackenzie Burrows, and I attend Vision Preparatory Charter School.
What's up, y'all? My name is Ashton Hill, and I attend Vision Prep Charter School.
Hi guys, my name is Joel Mosley, and I attend Freedom Prep Academy.
Hello, my name is Madison Memphis, and I attend Vision Preparatory Charter School.
And welcome to the Due South Memphis Monthly Podcast. Due South is a show highlighting Memphians making a difference in the life of youth. We will cover topics in the news that affect us and let our voices be heard on these matters. Lastly, we have an entertainment segment. What's hot, what's not, past the aux chord music segment, and that's what's up segment. For this very special episode of Due South, we are on location at the Cosset Library in downtown for a tour. We will be interviewing Mr. Shermichael Holman, manager of Cosset Library. Let's welcome him to our show.
Can you tell us a little about yourself? Are you a native Memphian?
Hey, how y'all doing? Good. Well, first off, let me say welcome to Cosset. I'm so glad y'all came to hang out with me at Cosset. As you can see, it's a pretty cool place, right?
And your beers.
So I have a good beard. That's the first thing you might want to know about. I've been at Cosset Library for 3 years now, and I just absolutely love libraries. I'm not a native Memphian. I'm from a little small town in Alabama called Margaret. It's like super small, but it's a cool place. I've been in Memphis for almost 10 years now, so it feels like home.
What schools did you attend to?
Okay, so my schools in Alabama, all of my schools are in Alabama. So I went to my school. My city was so small that everybody went to the same space. So like in one place was the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school. It was all together. That's how small we were. And it was called St. Clair County Elementary, Middle, Junior, High School.
How many floors did y'all have?
Just one floor. Just one floor.
So how long was the school?
Oh, it was a whole school. It was a whole school. It was a pretty small community, so there wasn't a lot of people.
Like as long as
Maybe but big, because our school
So maybe.
like the other building added to us.
our
Yeah.
school isn't tall, it's like really big.
So after high school, I stayed at Alabama for undergrad and graduate school.
What inspired you to become a manager of a library?
Well, I always liked libraries. I always hung out in the library.
Me too.
You too? Yep. Yep. You as well?
reading
Yep.
books.
Did y'all like hang out in the library too?
That's our love place.
That's our friendship place.
Ah, friendship place. Yeah, see, it was the same for me, right? So like, I was like, after school or on Saturday mornings, like I just wanted to go to the library. My library, it was small, but it had a lot of cool books. So we had some really cool comic books. I love reading those. And then we had these books. They were Encyclopedia Brown. I don't know if y'all ever heard of this book, Encyclopedia Brown. But it's like this childhood detective. Like he always like solved all these like mysteries and stuff. And like every time a new one came, like I would just run to the library to get that book and just read that book time and time again. So
We here at Cosset Library will go through Revelations next year. Can you tell us now what we can expect?
yeah. So as y'all see when y'all walked in, you probably noticed a couple things, right? You know, so like stuff is kind of tore up, building's kind of empty. Scary building? Maybe you may want to come back like tonight. Maybe something's going on there, right? But we tore everything down, moved everything out so that we could start completely over. So we have a couple things that are going to happen. So when y'all walk in the building, you probably saw some trees outside and a fence outside, right? And there's a little courtyard area with some grass. So the first thing we're going to do is there. So we're going to move the trees and we're going to move the fence so that you can kind of walk into the library very, very easily. And then in the courtyard where there's grass now, we're going to add some tables and some chairs. So you can sit outside under the shade and charge up your phone and just kind of hang out and chill.
You're gonna have chargers outside.
We'll have chargers outside. It's gonna be cool, right? And then when you come inside, there's some really cool things. There's be a cafe, so you can get some coffee or a smoothie. You'll come here often. Come hang out. That's cool.
French vanilla.
French vanilla. Oh man, you fancy, huh? You fancy with okay. So we're gonna have a French vanilla latte
Caramel frappe.
and caramel frappe. We're gonna have some smoothies. We're gonna have some tea, some sandwiches, some salads, things like that, right? So you come and get anything you want. get you a great book, and just hang out. And then this place where we're recording right now, you see it has a beautiful view. You see the river behind us? It's really, really great. It's a great view, right? And so these are going to be meeting rooms. And so you can reserve a room. You can come in here and do your homework, hang out with your friends. It'll be, to me, this is like the best like seat in the house, right? No matter where you go, like this seat right here. Like if you're sitting right here, you get to see people walking by. You get to see the ships. You see, there's a barge now coming up the river. So you can see all that really, really cool stuff. So on the second floor, we're going to have some really cool spaces. There's a performing arts space where you can take some dance classes, or you can take some acting classes. We'll show movies up there, so all the time there'll be some really cool movies showing. And we'll have some musical instruments you can come and play. We're going to have a recording studio, so y'all can come do your podcast here. It'll be a little studio that'll be really, really cool. And then we'll have some space where you can take some pictures, record a little video if you want to put something on YouTube or on TikTok, right, on the gram. Yeah, I know what TikTok is, man. I ain't that old, man. I ain't that old. So you'll be able to record a nice little video and post it on social media channel. So that's kind of a little bit of what's happening.
What advice do you have for a young person that may be interested in your line of work?
So I tell all the people who want to be or might be interested in the library is the main thing that you have to do is you have to like people. You have to like interacting with people, right? If you don't really like interacting with people, then it may not be the best thing. Because every day when the doors are open, like people from all walks of life come in. There's some people that they may have an education, they may not. They may have a home they're living in, but they may have also slept on the street the last night. It's all types of people that come through, and so you just gotta love people. And if you love people, and you love helping people, if you like books, if you like technology, y'all like technology? Yeah. Okay. See, everybody face lit up when I said technology, right? So if you like technology, then library might be a good thing for you to consider.
When you're not at work, what do you do for fun?
I like to go out there. I love to go out there. It's on the river. You can sit down and watch the boats pass, and so maybe you draw or catch the breeze. I love to ride my bike up and down the river. It's a lot of fun. I ride a bike. I just bring it to work, put it on the back of my car when I come to work, and then when I get off work, just change clothes and go out and ride a bike. And then there's a great park out there. We're gonna take you out to the park when we get done with the podcast. So you can check it out.
How long did it take you to grow that beard?
How long did it take? It's take I don't know. It's probably like maybe a couple of years.
It's great. It's great.
Probably the same time until you grow your hair, right? How long did you grow your hair? Long time, right?
I'm 10, so about 10 years.
So about 10 years? Okay, well, it ain't been that long, but it's probably a long time.
Okay, let me just do that for a moment.
Want to pose something?
Because it's a cool beard.
It's a cool beard.
Thank you.
I like
So let me ask y'all a question, since y'all asked me questions.
Okay.
So what inspired you all to do the Do South podcast?
I like talking to people.
Okay, that's cool.
It's because we get to know more about each other and we can have time with each other.
Yep.
I like things.
See?
Yeah.
I like things.
Yeah. So do y'all tell me about like because I'm really interested. I may want to do this in concert. So like what generally goes into like you all planning a podcast? Well, like how do y'all do that?
We get our papers, we practice until the day comes where we do it. It's not really hard.
We practice to make sure we know all the words so that we don't slip up while we're actually doing it. And then it'll be like halfway perfect.
Cool.
Practice in the car.
That's good.
On our way here,
There you rehearse. Okay. So listen, when we reopen concerts, which is going to be sometime next year in 2020, I want y'all to come back and do like a live podcast. All right. That'd be really, really cool if y'all come back when we open. I think it would be great to have y'all here to open the weekend.
the difference from this year and next year.
Yeah, y'all gonna be straight. Y'all already tight, but then y'all probably have all types of new type of technology and stuff by that time.
We'll have fans.
Should be exciting.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for taking the time out to speak with us about what you do. Let's go into our other segments.
Whoa.
Okay.
What a cringe.
Ready?
Okay, I'm not gonna be sarcastic. For this episode of Newsworthy, we will discuss the Blocking Jean case. Do you know about the Blocking Jean case? I'm gonna tell everybody else guys. They might not. Cool. On September 6, 2018, off-duty Dallas police officer Amber Geiger entered into the apartment of a young man, Bapu Jean. She claimed that she thought it was actually her apartment, so she shot and killed Mr. Jean because she thought he was a burglar. This case made national news because Amber Geiger is a white police officer and Bapu Jean was an African-American man. Last week, it made headline again when Amber Geiger was sentenced to only 10 years in prison for the shooting. During the sentencing, Brant Jean, Bapu's little brother, said he forgave Amber Geiger for killing his brother, and he also gave her a hug, telling her to give her life to God. Some people are mad at Brant for hugging his brother's killer, while some people are saying he did a kind thing. What do you think?
I'm supposed to answer this. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a really interesting question. I think it is very important that we know how to forgive people, right?
Yeah.
Like we can't live our life just holding on to grudges. But I also think it's very, very important for to ensure that justice happens, right? And the Botham Jean case was very tragic. That this guy was just really in his house. He was just kind of hanging out, just relaxing, and that this lady came in and shot and killed him. And so I think it's important for him to go through, her to go through the legal process, for her to be tried by her peers, and then for the legal process to go out. So, man, y'all asking some deep questions, man. Like y'all was like,
I kind of don't understand how she mistook it for her apartment, because like, what if her apartment's like 224?
Yeah.
But Mr. Jean's apartment would be like 284.
Yeah.
So what if she like walked past hers and she just didn't know that it was hers?
That's like 4 more floors.
Yeah, when you read the details, it seems it's really interesting, right? So you kind of read it and you say, well, something doesn't really add up, right? And so I think I would tell people just to make sure that you actually read the details and that you don't listen to like what other people say, that you read it for yourself, and then I think you just want justice to take place for he and his family.
Sorry, but I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I mean, I'm sorry, but
You could have been listening. That was an option.
I was. A woman shot a man. Sorry. Let's just get that.
Could you easily forgive someone who's done something to you or your family that was life-changing?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I would just have to be in that moment and see. I think you would like to think that you would, but in that moment, that's tough, right? I mean, what do y'all think?
I don't think I could.
Yeah, that's tough, right? I mean,
I
like
would take about a good 6 months.
Yeah, you probably need some time. Right?
I would be.
I would just be like, should I forgive her or should I not forgive her?
Yeah.
It would take me 4 weeks, and then we do a good bro handshake and be like, it's cool.
Good bro handshake?
I would write them a note, and then they would write me a note back, and then we'll hug it out and apologize.
Okay. Man, y'all, like I said, y'all talking about some really like interesting topics, man. Y'all talking this type of stuff y'all talking about all y'all podcasts?
Yeah.
Oh man, I am now a loyal listener. I'm gonna become a loyal listener of the Due South podcast.
You have to come to South Branch, you have to tune in.
Come to South Branch and hang out, so.
And I'm mad at them on your phone. You come to the whole selfie.
For the That's What's Up segment, we'll hit the city streets and interview Memphians for our public survey project. Let's go!
We are Mackenzie, Madison, Ashton, and Joelle.
She's
And
somewhere over
we
there.
are the Due South Memphis Monthly Podcast. Is the cookie good?
Yeah. Is your fancy good?
Yeah. Okay, I got a question for y'all. Come on, Cole.
Do you guys know what your zodiac signs are? What's yours?
A Cancer.
My brother's a Cancer and a Leo.
Really?
He's on the day that both of you.
Hey, how y'all?
What's yours? I'm a Leo.
I have a question. What's yours? How's life been in Tennessee? How's life been in Tennessee?
Hard.
Hard. Okay. Still don't know your zodiac sign. How about you? How about you? How's life been in Tennessee?
It's awesome.
Do you like Tennessee? Do you like Tennessee?
It's okay. It's okay.
What do you do for fun around here?
In Memphis. I come here a lot.
Do you like just hang out with your friends?
Yeah, I do that. I like to go to the movies.
Very beautiful though.
Yeah, what do y'all like to do?
I like to go hang out with my friends and try different cakes. I like to go to Bass Pro Shops.
I did.
And I like to go shopping to get new clothes and other things. Yeah, I'm getting
Really?
Hey,
Okay.
you guys know what's going on at the renovations at Casa Library over there? Check it out. It's gonna be finished next year. Car cancer. It's right behind your ear and his head too. You guys know about the renovations going on at Casa?
Yep. I heard about it.
They're gonna have a house. You know about the renovations going on at Casa?
What's what now? See, my phone's always dead, so yeah, I need the charger.
And they're gonna have like a dance studio and some more stuff.
I don't have
It's gonna
any
be like
rhythm.
this. It's gonna be like this, but with a building.
That's gonna be nice.
And charge.
Thank you for your time. Let's go ask playground
Thank
people.
you.
Playground people.
Thank y'all.
All the Call of Duty.
Oh my God. Do you have like an Xbox?
PlayStation 4.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
So,
Forget Xbox.
what do you like to do for fun around Memphis?
Play basketball. You know, work out every now and then. Come to the park when I do it.
Is that?
Yeah, okay, I was gonna ask like your daughter.
What do you like about Tennessee?
What I like about Tennessee, this is my birthplace. This is where I'm from. What do you mean? I like everything about Tennessee.
How long you go? Never mind.
No, go ahead.
Have you heard about the Casa Library?
No, I have not.
It's gonna be renovating, and next year it's gonna come out, and they're gonna have like chargers outside. It's gonna you can charge your phone outside. You can hang out. They're gonna have like a dance studio. It's gonna be It's gonna be like this. Better. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be
I
chargers
hope so, because
outside.
I missed that library. I had stopped up there like last week and didn't know it was closed. I was like, oh man.
South Branch is a good alternative.
Yeah. North side is
Have
too.
you ever ridden on the boat? Kind of hard to.
Not in a while. Like my 8th grade prom was on the boat. That's been a while. I'm 31 now, so.
That was such a long time ago.
Yeah, I know I look young, but I'm not.
My dad looks young.
I'm enjoying it while I can, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you guys for the interview.
Have you been like? Were you born in Memphis or?
I was born in Jackson, Tennessee, but I moved here 15 years ago. 20 years.
How long have you been in Memphis?
I've been in Memphis for 20 years.
How's it been?
It's been great. It's been a lot of opportunity, met a lot of great people. Actually started my career here, and so I love it.
What do you like to do for fun?
Memphis has a lot to offer as far as history and things to learn about. Some of the greatest musicians have been through the city, and so I like to go and see things like Stax and other places around the city and just kind of experience the history.
So what are you guys doing around here?
What we're doing tonight?
Yeah.
So
Let's just show the movie.
tonight we're showing a movie. We're showing Moonlight. You've seen Moonlight? Okay. We're going to show Moonlight at 7. And it's like an outdoor screening that we're partnering with the River Park series. We're with Indie Memphis.
So let me be your games.
I play Switch. I play Zelda sometimes.
Ooh, Zelda.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you hear of the new ones coming out next year?
Yeah.
Have you heard about the new Fawcett Library? It's really good. It's a good renovation.
I've heard about the renovations, but I don't know what else is going on with it.
They're gonna have chargers outside. They're gonna have a dance studio, like acting studio too.
Oh wow.
Like the outside's gonna look like this with a full building. There's gonna be student rooms.
Oh, that's great.
And you get
I'm
like
glad
where
they're-
we do our podcast. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm a sound engineer, so I'm loving how you're working the Zoom right now.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye, Ben.
Bye.
We want to thank our guest, Michael Hallman, for taking the time out to visit with us today. And we want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Memphis Library Foundation and Cloud 901. Are there any final words from our guest?
Thanks so much for having me on the podcast.
You welcome.